What's going on, Resident Evil fans and Resistance fans? Today, well, last night, around 10 o'clock Central Time, I was heading to bed because I played another 10-ish hours of Resident Evil Resistance, and I was like, I finally got to rank 100 on Sam, and I'm gonna take a break. As soon as I get off, finish recording, and upload the video, I watched some Resident Evil Resistance on Twitch, and oh my god, Jill's out, Jill's out. What do you mean Jill's out? She doesn't come out till tomorrow. Jill's out. People are playing Jill. I'm like, what? Wait, what is this? So I get on. Of course, there was no update, and Jill was just there, just sitting there. And as any normal person would do, I turned my system right back off. I was like, I'm not having this. I'm not. My theory was Jill was already here to begin with. Like, when the game launched and they did talk about having Jill, she was here to begin with. Her cameo was done, her abilities was done, everything was done. She was just locked because there was no update or anything. That's my whole theory behind the whole thing with Jill just suddenly coming out, which is strange. Most games, when a new character or something comes out, there has to be an update to that patch, or a patch required to download. There was nothing. So what we're going to do today, we're going to talk about Jill, read her little description, and I also have a special treat. Because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get a game of Jill in, because everybody in the whole world will be trying to play her for the next like week or so, to try to learn her or anything else. If I do get a game, I will post it along with the end of the video, but after we do read her abilities and her little bio, I am going to show you all these zombie spawn locations for every map on every stage that I know of. Because once you play over 100, close to 150 hours it is, you start to realize all of the spawns and just immediately go to them. Like, it's ridiculous. I might miss one or two just because I'm not entirely for sure, but I will still pass them just to let you know I think this is a spawn. But anyway, let's start off with Jill. She's damage and combat, meaning she's a hybrid. She's able to do long range damage and close-up damage, which is unique. If you think about it, she takes the aspects of Sam, she takes the aspects of Becca and the aspects of Jan, but she doesn't do what they can do to the extent that they can, if that makes sense. So basically, the combat of Sam and the I want to say movement that Sam has, so wave dash, she's able to try to keep up with him, but she can't do it on a capacity that he can. Same thing with Jan. Jan's able to dismantle cameras quickly. Jill can also dismantle cameras quickly, but not at the fashion that Jan can do. Becca's arsenal of utility that she has with a wide range of weaponry, Jill can kind of keep up with that, but like I said, she can't do it on a capacity that Becca can. So if you take all three of those characters and you have a baby, you get Jill. Former STARS specialist Jill was suspended and ordered to stay in her home when her RPD supervisor discovered she was investigating Umbrella illegal activities. Jill began having horrific dreams involving a group of young strangers and unfathomable terrors. Gradually, she began to realize that the never-ending loop of nightmares are in fact very, very real. So that's a little bio. Now we're going to her abilities. Her fever skill, STARS Armory. Of course, like everybody, there's two versions of it. Jill temporarily switches to using powerful STARS issued firearms. The first one you start off with is the Samurai Edge, which you switch to a Samurai Edge. It's basically like a deagle. It's very powerful and precise and deals massive damage and has ample knockback power. The base cooldown is 120 seconds. It's really nice. And her variant of this skill is rocket launcher. Switches weapon to a 4-round rocket launcher that deals explosive damage in a wide area. I'm assuming this is the rocket launcher from Resident Evil 3, the one that Carlos had. If it makes sense, 4-shot rocket launcher. So that has to be the case. Her personal skill is evade. Jill swiftly dodges enemy attacks. It's a rapid cooldown of 5 seconds, and this is the base version. Also, if you think about it, I think I was told that there's invincibility frames on startup, meaning if you're in bad trouble or serious danger of dying, you can use this to evade an attack like instantly. Say, for instance, there's a zombie. You know how zombies have a 3-hit chain before they pause. Say, for instance, the 3rd hit is going to kill you. Dash out. You get the invincibility startup and you get away free. It's really good, and also with the knockback power she has, you can safely get away. The second version is Alpha Team. Briefly increases damage dealt and chance of critical hits when activated. It's a cooldown of 15 seconds. So you do increase the cooldown, but you sacrifice like getting away easily for extra damage, which depends on what you want to do. In my opinion, you can go like a full firearm build and take this, so you can just dodge and get the extra damage at any moment you want to. So it's really good. We have her passive skill, B&E Specialist. Jill's military specialist training gives her a particular set of skills. The first version is called Breakaway. So it gives the ability to counter enemy grabs from the front with Star's Armory, and when Star's Armory is fully charged, but increases the cooldown. So what this does is just like in Resident Evil 3, the breakaway system, where a zombie grabs you and you get to counter it, or just like Val counterattack, you get to counter it with she stabs him in the face. I think it's the face, but she stabs him and you get away. But you can only do this when your Star's Armory is active. Well, not active, but it's fully charged, if that makes sense. So once your ultimate, well, your fervor skill is fully charged, fever skill is fully charged, you have the ability to break away from zombie grabs, which is really nice. I don't know if it increases your cooldown once like it's active, so saying you have it available and then you break away, I think it adds additional time for it to recharge again. I'm not entirely for sure, but we will be testing that. The second version of B&E Specialist is Jill Counter Surveillance. Now this is what I was talking about with January. She greatly increases damage dealt to traps and cameras when Star's Armory is fully charged, but like I said, it's not at the capacity that Jan can do, because Jan doesn't need to be fully charged. Jill does. You do get this as a rank 5, so you do get it really quickly if you do want to help out with cameras, because nowadays nobody really does cameras unless it's Spencer. I don't know why. Even if you have a Jan on your team, nobody shoots cameras unless it's Spencer. It's ridiculous. Now we're going to talk about her last skill, Delta Force. Jill utilizes her massive marksmanship. We have precision. This prevents reticle spread when aiming, even when Jill's moving. So that means how when you're moving and your reticle like widens, it will never do that on Jill, which is really good if you want to get precise aiming in. Well, you do have the second variant, which is Marksman, which when the reticle does shrink, if you don't have this version, then when you have Marksman, your reticle will be moving like rapidly like that, and when it does shrink and focus, you do get increased damage. Kind of how Becca kneels and she gets increased damage. That's exactly what this is, but you don't have to be kneeling. Like I said, it takes the components of other characters and put them together into one. Now we're going to talk about something that kind of made me mad. The fact that there's more equipment. Thought I was done with this. We have hollow point rounds 1, 2, and 3. Of course, They increase critical damage. Some, not really too much, it's just standard. And now we have duct tape 1. I think there is a 2 and yes, 2 and 3. What duct tape does, it increases durability gain when repairing weapons. What I think this means is instead of getting 1,000 repair you get from one repair kit, it increases it by more than 1,000. I'm not entirely for sure. I have not tested out. Like I said, I just woke up and started recording. I am very tired. And now we have the strange and most unique one of all, dog tags. But this is just in the combat version. Dog tags. It mildly increases the chance of landing a critical hit and slightly increases the power of melee and firearms. Now this is really good for a hybrid character, especially somebody like Jill. Since she's good at combat and she's good at firearms, this is really unique. Because if you think about it, if you want slightly increased power and melee from firearms, you go tack gloves, right? Which is a 4-point cost. Not too much there, but then you also have moderately increase the chance of landing critical hits, which is including firearms and melee, which if you go to critical hits leather handle 2, I mean it's greatly, because there's no moderately, right, moderately increased chance of landing hit. There's no moderate. So if you go greatly, it's a 4-point cost. That's 4 plus 4, which is 8. And if you do critical hits on, where is it, yeah, long barrel, that's another 4-point cost. That's 8 points plus another 4 point. That's 12 points. You effectively get all of this. You get 4 items into one 10-point cost, which usually costs you all of your equipment slots, and it decreased by 2. That's amazing. But the only downside to this is you only get 15 equipment point slots. That effectively uses up more than half. So if you're running dog tags, that's probably all you're gonna get for the most part. We move down to survival. In survival's tag, we have supplements. Slightly increases the effect buffing items you have on your character, which I'm assuming this is talking about yellow herbs, because nothing else really boosts your characters in this game but yellow herbs. So they might be adding more supplements to the game later on, but right now that's all that I think this counts for. Now we have supplements 1, 2, and 3. Of course, 3 being greatly. We also have NBC unit, which I do think this is worth it. If you want to go a tank build, somebody like Tyrone, this would be really good on him, because you get bulletproof vest 3, which is 7-point cost, and if you get gas mask 3, which is a 6-point cost, that is 13 points. And no, this is moderately, huh? Moderately increases health, which is 5 point, and this is 5 and 4. That's 9 points. Okay, this is kind of weird. So if you get bulletproof vest 2 and resistance gas mask 2 for resistance, that's a 9-point cost, but you're effectively using up 2 of your equipment slots. So you trade off 1 equipment slot for 1 more point. Now I can't tell you how good this is, because the fact that you only have 15 points is, it's kind of hard to read on that. You take away 1 point for 1 more slot. Outweigh your options on that one. I would do more reading and testing on that, but outweigh your options on that one. Resources. Now this is where it gets interesting, and I think resources are already broken as it is, because you can already stack stuff like you get 1, 2, and 3 of something, so you can get ammo pack 1, 2, and 3, and this is not okay. Same thing with wallet 1, 2, and 3. Most people go Jan wallet 1, 2, and 3 and just get an arsenal of weapons, and by the time they get to what, stage 3, they have like 15 super weapons and they just drop them all, and it's like, where did you even find all this? So we're gonna get into the interesting part. We have Lucky Charm 1 and Lucky Charm 2, also Lucky Charm 3. Now what this does is slightly increase how many umbrella credits are picked up. So umbrella credits are picked up around the map, and if you don't already know, they help you get the weapons you buy out of the armory. And teammates usually don't pick up umbrella credits, so I can see why they add this, because there are so many umbrella credits around the map. And if you check people's average when it comes to picking up umbrella credits, mine when I first started off the game was like 10. That's average on game. That's throughout the whole match. So every match my average was like only 10 umbrella credits. And that's not talking about what my teammates was picking up. So I effectively was, what, say every stage only picking up 3. That's not a lot when there's probably about 10 to 15 on each stage, if that makes sense. So now if you pick up umbrella credits, it's even more than it normally would, which if you just stack 1, 2, and 3, my god, if you can get all the umbrella credits in stage 1, I'm pretty sure this is over 1,000 and some umbrella credits in the first stage, which can help out when you get to stage 2, because I don't like the fact that Mastermind has a whole arsenal at their whim. The only thing that they don't get is 2 cards, but they have a whole arsenal of liquors. They have a whole arsenal of camouflage gestures, and we have to start off with a 2x4 and a MUP pistol. If we don't buy, we're screwed. But if we want to save our points for something special later on, I mean, we really can't, because we have to buy what we have in a box. Same thing when I play Sam. I don't like buying a baseball bat, but I have to, because if I run out with this shitty 2x4, I'm gonna get shit on. Not all the time, but I mean, it's not really worth it when you have a room full of 15 liquors and that shitty 2x4 takes what, 5 to 7 hits. Even with my build, is just insane. Now we have Smartwatch. Slightly increases how many umbrella credits are picked up and increases the drop rate of herbs when defeating the enemy. So this is basically Lucky Charm, and I think it's Pharmacy 101. Yeah, but it's slightly increased. So if you take Lucky Charm 1, which is a 2-point cost, and you take Pharmacy 101, which is a 3-point cost, it's a 5-point cost altogether for 2 equipment slots. Sorry if I'm talking fast. This is a 9-point cost. That is not worth it. It is not. 2 and 3, it's 5, 4, 9. It's not worth it. If you take Smartwatch, you're not smart. No, I'm kidding. No, it's not worth it at all. You do sacrifice 1 equipment slot, but you do save on points and it is very important when you only have a max of 15. I even checked, because I'm ranked, like I said, rank 100 in Sam, and if they would have gave us more equipment points, I should have gotten it without having to level up again. Just saying. Now we're going to go into our last mastery, and in mastery we have energy drink 1, 2, and 3. I do have 1 because I did open up some boxes last night with the rest of my points. So it slightly decreases personal skill cooldown. Now this is really good on somebody whose personal skill is high. But the thing is, all personal skills are very low in this game, except like Valve Scan. It is still low, but it's not like increasingly low like Sam's 2-second dash, Tyrone's 9-second kick, Jill's 5-second dash, Becca's infinite stance. It's just, I don't think this is worth taking in any capacity, because personal skills already come up very quickly. Maybe you can use it on Jan, because what, I think it is slightly hard to get her hack, but now you can just spam hack all throughout the match, and I'm pretty sure any mastermind will get annoyed with this. And they're going to be calling nerf Jan, nerf Jan. No, you just get rid of energy drink. Now we have mixtape 1, 2, and 3. Mixtape decreases fever skill cooldown. Now this is good on a lot of characters. I wouldn't put this on Sam because his already is at a minute, even with his passive abilities. Now I would run this on Jill, all because her second version of Star's Armory is a 300 seconds, and that is very long, extremely long. I'm just saying, 300 seconds in this game is extremely long. Versus Becca, who has infinite launchers at the whim. All she has to find is an ATM4, and Jill just can run around at any point and have lightning hawk or fucking rocket launcher at a whim. Now we're gonna talk about the last item, Book of Wisdom. It does what energy drink and mixtape does, but you moderately decreases personal skill cooldown and fever skill cooldown for 7 points. Like I said, I don't know how good this is for 7 points, but we will get into doing it. Now with that being said, we also have more cosmetics in the shop, and I do detest this because I thought I was done getting cosmetics. Well, not saying done, but I thought I was getting close to getting some good items in the cosmetics. Now you just piled it up with more sprays and more voice lines, and they already cost a shit ton. Like, the grind is real in this game. I'm just saying, you added a shit ton of more sprays, gestures, and even more cosmetics for the characters, but still it's not worth it when you get 5 sprays back to back, man. Separate the boxes, please. Capcom, if you're listening to this, separate the boxes, because I feel as though cosmetics should cost 50,000. If you want a spray, then it should cost like 20,000. If you want a gesture, then it should cost what, 30,000, and there should be separate boxes. You see what I'm saying? But I get it, you don't want everybody to get all the cosmetics and then they just don't buy anything else. But separate them, make it an increased chance or something. This is ridiculous. 50,000 just for I am pleased or hello or a laugh, haha. Come on, man. Oh god, that's horrible. Now, like I said, we're going to show the zombie spawns, and if I can get a Jill game in at the end, I will, but I highly doubt it, unless I go to a party of 4 and they let me play Jill so I can show it off. But we're gonna start off with the first map. So if you want to stay tuned for this part, you can. If you want to skip to the match, if I do it, then you can, but I'm not for sure if it'll be up or not. But we are going to go to downtown first. We're going to try to do them in order. So downtown will be first, and we're going to show all the zombie spawns for stage 1, 2, and 3.
Calculate your odds of survival at 32.3333%. Repeating, of course.
All right.
Look into your heart. You don't want to do this.
Nice voice line, but I don't know if I'm gonna do. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna do the game. I'm probably gonna do it in a separate video because I've already been talking for a long time, and this is just gonna be a very long extended video. So we're gonna start off with the zombie spawns on downtown. This is stage 1, and the first spawn we get to is in this room. Yes, you're able to get a zombie spawn in this room. It's like gonna be facing this way when it spawns, so it's really nice. If you do see zombie spawn, you can come and try to run in this room if you're close, but this wouldn't be your first place to check, because naturally you'll be kind of close to the end of stage 1. But if you do see the prompt that says a supply zombie has appeared, that is one spot to check. Alright, so the next place you can check is in this office. Checking this office, the supply zombie has naturally spawned like right in this corner somewhere, which is really nice. So for the most part, you will be. Let me start grabbing these keys. But for the most part, you will be in this area trying to combat the mastermind, and you will be close to this area. So you can check this spot. That's the second spawn. And for the final spawn, most people would already know it's in this bathroom. Come in the bathroom. There is the final spot for downtown on stage 1.
Target acquired.
All right, we are running through this with Jill just so we can show off her booty, and it is nice. I'm just kidding. It's not about the booty. I should have tested out the Lucky Charm while I was with this, but I don't even have her leveled up to even. Oh, supply zombie. Like I said, there it is. If you didn't know it can spawn in here, there you go. It spawned in here. But enough of that. Now, this one, I think there's only effectively 2 spawns. I've only seen it spawn in 2 places on this map, and I don't know why. So the first spawn is in this room.
Very well.
I forgot I still gotta do the objective.
Very well. Take its key if you must. I still have time to stop you.
So she has a knife. This is cool. She does. She can kick. Huh. Alright. Die, Zambi. Now, I did watch a streamer last night play, and effectively Jill has a knife, kick, knife. What is it? Kick, knife, kick, or a knife, kick. Some bullshit. She has a combo she can do, which is unique because nobody else can really do combos like that. It's very funny. I don't know how to do it. I'm probably gonna test it out a little later, but this is the second zombie spawn location for. I guess I didn't have to use it, but this is the second spawn for the supply zombie. It spawns in this room, and those are the only 2 known locations for this map. If there's a third, because sometimes there's a third that just never pops up. Why is it spawning next to me each time? I don't know. And yeah, like I said, if you know of a third location that I don't know of in this room, let me know, because I've only seen those 2. Many hours in this game, and I've only went to those 2 spots, and it was always there. Now let me go back and do this last terminal. Let's go. Yeah, it's in this corner. Now, stage 3 on downtown is the easiest when it comes to supply zombies, because almost effectively, no matter where you are on stage 3, you can almost see the supply zombie. If you stand in the right spot, you can always see it. But we're gonna walk over all of these spots just because, I mean, this is what we're doing.
The next area should see to your demise.
But yeah, if you like videos like this or any other like tip videos for Survivor, because I am a Survivor main. When I played DBD, I was a Survivor main. This, I am a Survivor main, and I do play Mastermind every once in a while. It's not like a lot. My Alex is level 13 if I'm not mistaken. I do play her every so often, but not a lot. She is my favorite Mastermind to play, but I don't do the cheesy builds. I just like having fun with what I have. Most times I use the default build because I have created one, but the default build, nobody really expects it, and it's not great. But somehow people still get pooped on from a default build. Alright, we're gonna show the zombie spawn locations for the supply zombie on this one. Alright, if you know the map well, you should know where these spots are. So one spot is on this little platform up here. It's really rare to get it on this platform, but it's possible. I've only seen it there a couple times, not many, but there is a possible location because the next three are so close together, and it's ridiculous how you can stand in one spot and still see it all. I should have pulled up the map so you can see where I'm going on the map if you don't know the map very well. But for experienced players who already know the map, you'll be able to spot these spots out pretty quickly. And with enough time, you can actually spot these spots out really quick. See, like I said, I don't know what it is with my luck today, and I can't even shoot it from here, but the zombie spawns. God. Alright, like I said, that's one spot. Another spot is on this platform, which is super easy. Like I said, you can spot it from almost anywhere. The third spot is next to the platform. So any of these three platforms it can spawn on. Which is crazy because the fourth spot, if you stand somewhere in this area, you can see from here, 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 and down there, which is the final spot. Where that zombie is standing, over there, that is the fourth and final spot for the supply zombie, which is really unique. So I'm not going to complete the rest of this because I'm not going to sit there and shoot cores all day to get out of downtown. We're just going to quit, but hopefully I didn't miss a supply zombie location in this stage. I don't think I have. Maybe in stage 2, but stage 1 and 3, no, I doubt it. You motherfucker.
If your team hadn't made such a mess, then I wouldn't need to be clearing it up now. Starting with taking your life.
Alright, we're on research facility.
You don't want to do this.
And this is stage 2. So one effective zombie spawn location is right outside your spawn. It can spawn right here and it'll be facing this way for the most part, which it's kind of unique in a sense.
Activating that will take both your time and energy.
I don't see why people say the MUP is shit. Get the right items and the MUP can be really strong. It's single fire so you don't waste too many bullets, but it's really good. Now this is effectively number 2. It can spawn in this area, which is really nice because if you're within this area you can go just run over there and check really quickly. I want to say this is number 3 in this room, but I'm not entirely for sure. I think I've seen it spawn in here once, and that was it. This one time, because most of the time it's really outside the room, but I think I have cleared it in this room once. So watch out for that. I've never seen it in this office, which we're not going in there.
Not even close.
And finally, this room. God, you're gonna bite me. Okay, no knockback. Alright, this is another spot. I think this is effectively the last spot on stage 1 of this map. I haven't seen it anywhere else. But if you've seen it anywhere else on this map, let me know.
Bones and Mom.
Alex and her toys. This advantage was never meant for you.
Fixed up and ready to go. Not even close.
Do not expect me to simply watch you escape.
All right, with this stage 2, I don't know exactly the number, but we're just gonna run past them, and hopefully we get them all. So one zombie spawn location for the supply is right here in this corner, or you might as well just say this room in general. Really nice. Once you first come out, you go to the left and go through the room. That's one location. Now every map is basically just a big circle, so if you run enough, you will remember these spots and you will know where to go. But yeah, this top left room is one possible spawn. Spawn number 2 for this map is in this corner. I have seen it spawn like right next to this terminal a lot of times. Now recently, in the past 2 days or so, I haven't seen it spawn here. I don't know why. I usually get it in another spot, but that is effectively the second spot. If I can get out this doorway, I can show you another. Now when it comes to this third spot, I've seen it pop up in my face, but like the other spot, it has not recently. I don't know why. I don't know if what's the chance rate of it going somewhere else, but it has spawned in this little area right here as well, which is really nice. So that's 3 spots in all 3 areas. Of course, there is a safe room like right in between those 3 spots, so watch out for that. Now I want to say it's this room. I want to say it's this room, but it could be this room. No, it's not this room. Just die already. Now I did see a spawn, but I'm not gonna go look for it this time, just because I don't need it. Because we're gonna go to stage 3. But yeah, check in this room. That'll be spawn number 4 for this map. Just because I'm passing it, I might as well look. It's not in there. Oh wait, I gotta do the terminals. Fuck. I didn't realize.
This will be over soon. I must ensure the others are not so accessible. You've unlocked the second device, but you are still far from safety.
Let's go! It might be our only
How
chance!
do you know that this wasn't my plan from the beginning?
Alright, now we can move on to stage 3 and get out of this map. But yeah, this video is taking a long time, so I'm not going to do a Jill match in this one. I'll do it in another video. But be looking out for that. It might be today, it might be tomorrow, so I can have a double upload for today. But it's highly unlikely I'll do a double upload for today.
lose my strategy.
I do want to let you guys know, this is a little tip for survivors. Be careful when coming out of this room, because a lot of people like to cheese these rooms, especially on maps like this where they can see the door and put a whole bunch of stuff right there. So I normally buy if I hear a whole bunch of zombies, I buy flash or something of that nature, and I'll just flash it and get out. You can effectively flash the corner of the door, and it can flash everything on the opposite side, which is really cool. And also, if I don't hear anything, this is something else that I do. I'll buy a hand grenade, and the reason why I buy a hand grenade, because I also throw it through the crack, and a lot of times people just spawn bombs. They try to do the like instant one bomb thing, and I effectively just clear it and get a whole minute back. So we get a whole minute just for sitting in base. And a lot of people don't expect it, but since I know about the cheesy builds, I expect it. If it's quiet out, expect bombs. If it's loud out, expect zombies. Especially on, like I said, maps where they can see the safe room door. They will try. It never fails. Now I only know of 3 spawns for this one. 3 possible spawns. Can I hit him? Can I hit him? Can I hit him? Can I hit him? God. I want to say 2 for a fact, and the 3rd is a possibility. All 3 are upstairs, so make sure you go up the left, and you can check all 3 possible spawns. Spawn number 1, which I do know for a fact is in this office, which it has appeared. Yes, it's in this office now.
Get ready, here it comes.
Yeah, you are still alive. So this is spawn number 1.
Just as I thought.
Do you think
Ooh, I got
that
another
will be enough
minigun.
to overcome me? I will not allow it.
That is possible spawn number 1. And possible spawn number 2 and 3. I do have to look at the map for this, because I do get confused when going up these lifts sometimes. I'm thinking this is top and it's bottom, but the whole time I'm looking at the wrong direction. So this is spawn number 2. It does spawn in this bottom right corner. I've seen it there a couple times. I've even seen it spawn there twice in the same match, which was odd. My teammates killed it. They were still up there. Well, the bag dropped, but the mastermind wouldn't let us get it. So by the time we got the bag, the zombie spawned right on top of it again. It was like, okay, we get 2 bags, so that's a whole minute for effectively not much. Now I want to say the 3rd spot is over here. I know it does spawn on one of these platforms with much larger space, so this has to be the 3rd spot. Yeah, no doubt for a fact this is the 3rd spot. So those are the 3 spots that it can spawn at on, I think this is a research facility. There's only 3 on stage 3. Now it's not for like the other map. There are 4. I have not seen it, and if you have seen it on another platform, please let me know in the comments, because sometimes you don't even look for it, and you do get lucky when you do see the prompt and you do go for it. So just a reminder, you have the office, which is 1, and then you have the 2 back platforms on top, which is 2 and 3.
Target acquired.
Now effectively we're gonna go to the, let's look for it. Yeah, platform to the bottom right.
You barely escaped Arklay Mansion, which was never even built to contain you. There is
All
no
right.
hope of you surviving
We're
today.
gonna try to speed run through these because
Why do they
I have
pay?
2 maps to go. I have a casino and I have the abandoned theme park, which is the final map. I'm just gonna try to speed run through these so I can get done, because it is taking a long time to talk and go through all this. So let's hurry this up,
Reconsider.
because I also got to find the keys too. But I don't know where the keys spawn on these maps. which is kind of annoying. You know they spawn in the same locations. I just don't know. So possible spawn for supply zombie. Why am I saying possible? Yeah, it's in this office. Office number 1. I did pass the spawn, which I should go back to right now. Spot number 2, which should be 1, is once you come out of the casino and you get to where the door is, come back here in this little corner. It can spawn back here and it's very hard to see because it's behind all of this. If you don't have a valve scan, you'll have to walk back there to check and see if it's back there, but it is possible to spawn back there. Now I do think there's only 2 more for this map. But I do need to get these keys so I can get out of here. Key number 2. So zombie spawn possible location number 3 is right behind this little dealer's table. If you come back here, most times it can spawn in this little corner, which is unique. It's not really hidden, but you do have to pass it in some type of capacity. And possible spawn location number 4 is in this office. Like I said, all maps are like one big circle, so if you've passed them, you'll know where they are. Like I said, all 4 spawns for this location, and they're really easy and simple to find. Did she come all the way back here, bro? Now, when it comes to the survivors, I'm not entirely for sure if I'm going to get to rank 100 with the rest of them like I did Sam, because that was a long and tedious grind. I might just get them to 50 to where I know I get their gold uniforms, and or at least 25 to where I know I get all the skill points from. Alright, on stage 2 of Casino. Possible spawns for the supply zombie. Burn. Why am I just... Okay, stop. I gotta stay focused. Stay focused. This is one possible spot. I do think there's only 3, but one possible spot is in this corner where there's usually a terminal. Most people place a terminal in this room just because it's locked down, harder to get to, and it's easy to protect. Oh my god, just fall. So that's one possible location. Possible location number 2 is in this hallway, which I do think is a weird one. It's just right in the hallway, and you can see it directly down this hallway how long it is. And oh god, spawn number 3 is in the dance room. If you come in the dance room, 9 times out of 10 it does spawn on this stage. I have seen there most times out of all the games I do play, but I do think those are the only 3 for this map. I haven't seen it anywhere else, just because those 3 spots have been the most successful when I do check. I gotta find a key and get out. Oh my god, this is the one I don't like. This in an abandoned theme park I don't like as much, just because of the 3 spawn. I mean, not 3, there are more than 3, but just because there are some weird spawns. I'm not studying you, zombie. I will pull this for fun. I don't care what I get, but I will pull it. All right, so I'm gonna have to pull up the map for this because I do get confused with casino sometimes. So one possible spawn for this map is in this room. Yes, like I said, in this room. It's a weird one because you have to come into this little corridor to check for a zombie spawn. And if you didn't know, all of the rooms do have like a secret way out, except for one, I think. But all of them have the little back way doors you can get out. So if they do spawn the bioweapon at the exit gate, to try to run to the back and look for the exit. So that's spawn number 1. This is spawn number 2, top right. Do come here and check. It will be like facing this wall. I don't know why it's facing a wall, because you can't see anybody, but it will be facing that wall. Number 3, which I have passed several times, is right in the open right here. It'll spawn next to the little boombox, stereo, and it's really right out in the open, which is pretty cool. I don't want to go check for it because, like I said, I'm trying to speed run through this. Now there's one more spot that I do get confused on with this map. That's why I'm running with the map up, so I can see where I'm going. It's not this room. It has to be this one. Top left. Yeah, top left, because it will spawn in this room sometimes. So if you check top left in this little area where these hangars and stuff are, it's right where the biocore spawns. You can come check back here. This is spot number 1. Spot number 2 is top right in the corner before you get to the door. Spot number 3 is that little corridor all the way at the bottom right. And spawn number 4 is effectively by that stereo. So there are 4 spawns for this one, and now we're going to head on to the final map.
Team hadn't made such a mess, then I wouldn't need to be clearing it up now. Starting with taking your life.
Look into your heart. You don't want to do this.
Look into your heart. You don't have to do this. Okay, let's get this over with. So we are on the final map, and we're gonna try to. Dang, do you have to scream that loud, lady? Jesus.
You don't have to activate that.
We're just gonna try to speed run through this. So one possible spawn for the supply zombie is in his back office. I'm just gonna tell you and just like briefly go in there so you can see. In this room, it can possibly spawn in here. I'm gonna get the keys and I can get out of here. There's a Frankenstein arm. Please stay down, Zambi. I do not feel like dealing with you. I really don't. So you can come check in the office. That is one possible spot, and it's really good to go check first because that is the only spot that I know of in this area, and it's really small. It's a really small area. Now this next spot is kind of unique because it is 2 spots in one. So this little room right here is a possible spawn. It'll spawn in this little area. It's really easy to see because of the way it raises up, you can see it. And spawn number 3 is actually directly across from it in this little spot. So there's three possible spots for this area, and there's a 4th.
Expect me to simply watch you escape.
This little area is the 4th spot, and it is real easy to get to because you can also open this door. Once it's open, you can just loop around. So there's 4 spawns for the supply zombie on first stage of abandoned theme park. Now we're on to stage 2, and we can get out of here. Now abandoned theme park, there is 3 possible spawns, and one is it's easy, but it's tricky. It took me so long to figure out where it was. And the first spawn is right outside this door. If you come right outside this door, it is very easy to see, and it is one possibility. There's only 2 more for this map, and we're gonna go ahead and run through those real quick, and we should go get the security zombie so we can do these 3 terminals to get out. All right, if you always come into this back room, there's a more than likely spawn for this.
You may take the key card, but do not
It'll
make this
always,
the
when it
final
does spawn in this
challenge.
room, it does spawn in this little back area, so you can come check behind these little bricks, or if you just come to the door, you can see it standing up by the wall. Really nice, especially if you're pushing for time, because the supply zombie doesn't stay up for long. Fucking zombies, bro. Just stay down. Oh my god, there are even more of these
First
things.
step.
Alright, there's only one final spot, and once I do this terminal, I'm gonna go past the spot, and I'm gonna do the last terminal, and we can get out here and go to the final stage.
Not ideal. But I can make adjustments.
Third and final possible spot for this map, because it is very small. It is this little corridor right here. It'll spawn right next to the stairwell, so you can check, and it's effectively easy to get around this map and check, especially if you have a mobility character like Jill or Sam. It's very easy to go check those 3 spots really quickly and still kill the supply in time.
The next area.
Alright, when it comes to
should
abandoned theme park, I really do hate this one because the spawns are so spaced out. If you go check 1 or 2 areas, there's no possible likelihood that if you're the only one looking for it, you'll get it. So we're just gonna check these couple spawns out really quickly and finish off this video. So I'm gonna take the left side first, and one possible spawn is in this room. If you come to the left and come in this first room at the bottom left corner, this is one possible spawn. But like I said, these spawns are so spaced out, it is so hard to get to. I do want to keep in mind that there are 2 locations on this side, and it does confuse me because sometimes it is less likely that'll be in that room. But if you come to the bottom right, it'll spawn in this room right here, but facing this way. So that is spawn number 2. Spawn number 3, like I said, can be in this room, but it's a least likelihood that it'll spawn here sometimes. I've seen it, but not as many times. And the 4th and final spawn for the supply zombie is next to the exit gate. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you have seen it back there, especially when you're trying to hold off the exit door before it opens, and somehow supply zombie and they'll just pop up in your face. It's kind of a shitty spot for Mastermind because it's right here for survivors to get to. But yeah, it's the 4th and final spot will be here. I'm not gonna go look for that last supply zombie because I do want to end this video off, and because it has been a real long one. I didn't realize how long it was. But this is the 4th and final spot for abandoned theme park. If you like this video, as always, if you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. It costs nothing to subscribe to the channel. All you do is take a second to hit the follow button, and I really do enjoy making videos like this. It gives me something to do, especially with the whole quarantine, and I can't really go out as much, but it has its benefits making videos on YouTube. It's already fun as it is, but the fact that I have a reason to stay in now and make more videos is really awesome. So if you like this video, as always, leave a like, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and as always, everybody, stay safe. Peace.